Smart thinking isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about using your brain more effectively. Matthew Allen argues that anyone can learn to think smart. This book explains how thinking works, why we often make poor decisions, and what we can do to consistently make better ones. It's about building smart habits, developing mental shortcuts, and using our knowledge to solve real problems. Let's break it down. Chapter 1. What is smart thinking? Smart thinking is the ability to solve problems effectively using the knowledge we already have. It's not about knowing everything. It's about applying what we know in the right way. Allen defines three key components. Knowledge, what you know. Processes, how you use that knowledge. Habits, how often and automatically you apply those processes. Smart thinkers combine the right knowledge with effective thinking strategies, and they build habits that make this process automatic. Chapter 2. How thinking works. The brain uses patterns to think. When we learn something new, our brain creates connections, like mental shortcuts. These are called cognitive schemas. Once a pattern is learned, it's reused. That's efficient, but sometimes it leads to mistakes. For example, you might misapply an old idea to a new problem. Smart thinking is about improving the quality of these patterns and learning how to use them correctly. The key idea: thinking is a process, and like any process, it can be trained. Chapter 3. Why smart thinking is hard. Most of our daily thinking is automatic. This helps us save energy, but it also means we rely heavily on habits. Unfortunately, many of these habits are not smart. Smart thinking is hard because we often don't stop to reflect. We rely on assumptions. We react instead of analyze. But the good news? Thinking can change. The brain is adaptable. Smart thinking is a skill, not a trait. Chapter 4. The role of knowledge. You can't think smart without knowledge. Allen makes it clear knowledge is the foundation. But it's not just about facts. It's about how well that knowledge is organized in your brain. Smart thinkers build deep, connected knowledge. This allows them to recognize patterns and apply ideas in new situations. You need three things. 1. Accurate knowledge. 2. Well-organized knowledge. 3. Accessible knowledge. Accessible means you can bring it to mind when you need it, quickly and easily. Chapter 5. Improving the process of thinking. Allen introduces meta-thinking, thinking about how we think. He says, if we want to think smart, we must be aware of our thinking, ask better questions, challenge our assumptions, and reflect on the results. Instead of jumping to conclusions, smart thinkers slow down. They look for the real cause of a problem. They consider alternatives. They test ideas. They ask, what do I know about this? And what don't I know? Reflection turns experience into knowledge. Chapter 6. Creating smart habits. Habits are key to making smart thinking automatic. Allen suggests we must train our brains just like we train muscles. That means practicing smart thinking until it becomes second nature. How? Start small. Use triggers. Repeat the right behaviors. And reward progress. Examples of smart habits: double-checking facts, asking why before reacting, reviewing decisions after you make them. Habits remove the effort. They make smart thinking the default. Chapter 7. Teaching smart thinking. Smart thinking isn't just for individuals. It can be taught and spread. Parents, teachers, and leaders can help others build these skills. 3 steps. 1. Model smart thinking. 2. Explain the process. 3. Give feedback. Smart environments matter too. If your workplace or school encourages reflection, learning, and good habits, then smart thinking thrives. It's not just about teaching what to think, it's about teaching how to think. Chapter 8. Smart Thinking in Action. Smart thinking isn't theory, it's practical. In this chapter, Alan gives real examples. A doctor uses smart thinking to diagnose a rare illness. A teacher adapts lessons to help struggling students. A business leader analyzes mistakes and improves results. In each case, the person used their knowledge effectively. They reflected. They improved. They built habits. Smart thinking is powerful because it creates real results. Conclusion: the Smart Thinking Toolkit. Smart thinking is not about IQ or talent. It's about using the right knowledge, applying the right process, and doing it consistently. Alan leaves us with a toolkit. 1. Build knowledge every day. 2. Reflect on your thinking. 3. Develop smart habits. 4. Teach others. Smart thinking is a learnable skill, and once mastered, it changes everything.